Hello, and welcome to All I Do is Shed a Tear, depending on where I am in this country. My name is Tom Elwes. I'm joined today, as ever, by the number one ginger influencer number one comedic ginger influencer on Instagram, Mr. Ali Woods.
Hey Tom, hey listeners, how's it going? I think it's even more niche than that, as I was saying to you before we started. It's like London in the 24 to 39 category, uh,
Ginger comedy.
male ginger comedy influencer
Yeah,
on Instagram, November 2020.
yeah. November. For November.
November. But
Yeah.
yes, I'm here. I have achieved not achieved it. I've scammed my way to 10,000 followers on Instagram. Thank you very much, everyone who follows me there and is watching my sketches, and especially the ones who are enjoying them and commenting and saying they enjoy them and telling me they're enjoying them. It's been a real pleasure. So thank you very
I'd like to
much.
big up all the people who are not enjoying them and letting you know in the comments that they're not.
I'll send them your way. I'll send them your way. What I say to them is, well, look, mate, if you don't like comedy, I've got the guy for you, Tom Elwes. You're on TikTok.
Yeah, send him over to some true comedy on my page, mate. Yeah, look at you and you're going,
I got people coming in the
oh,
DMs. What happened to the posh bloke? I like
yeah.
the posh bloke one. I'm like, mate, you're at the wrong
Look at here.
page.
I'm over
Yeah,
here.
exactly, yeah.
I've been getting a lot of argument because I uploaded a video last week where I was doing a character who's not posh, and now people are very confused and they're like, "So what's your real voice then?" There's a lot of people
Oh.
commenting that, being like, "Well, what are you?" I'm like,
That's one of them ones where you're like,
well,
at
what are
first,
you?
because you're naive. You're like, oh my god, everyone's getting my comedy, everyone's liking it. I'm like connecting on a sort of metaphysical level with these people,
Yeah.
and then they're like, mate, I thought you was a posh boy. What
Yeah.
happened here? You know, they
What's
don't
wrong with
realize it
you?
was a character. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Huh?
What's go- Well, this is sent me for. This is not me for six, to be honest.
Yeah.
I don't know whether to laugh. I don't know whether to report you. Should I be angry? Should I be attracted to you? I'm not sure.
So you're not a vlogger? Is that
Yeah,
what you're
yeah.
telling me? You're not.
That's what people must have been. This is when I reveal that I'm not actually ginger. It's all hair dye
Yeah.
to have a USP.
It's
People
weird.
will be up in arms. People are like, why you make yourself look like that?
I'm actually a tanned Spanish man.
It's Ali short for Alejandro.
Yeah,
It's,
Alejandro, yeah. I've known
and
him
yeah,
all along, but he
I
just
put
chose to do a pasty ginger.
I put sort of Krusty the Clown style white face paint on. Past the neck, it's just beautiful olive skin,
Yeah.
dark hair. Yeah, but I can never show that.
It's a weird niche, you know? He thought, I haven't had many obstacles in life. I'm going to
My
make my
natural
own.
voice. This is my natural voice. I talk like this. I'm
Alejandro.
a very cultured man, very Renaissance man. But for the podcast, I talk like this because this is what the British people want. So
Yeah.
there we go. Should we say at the top of this podcast as well? Because I know people have been messaging us about when can we see you live. Voxel Comedy Club is coming back for December, right? 3 weeks in December. We've got, I'm not going to lie, I signed off from Voxel Comedy Club for the year in November because I thought this ain't coming back this year.
We're done. Yeah.
But lo and behold, I said I'd never do another Rambo, but here I am, wrinkly and back. and
You know what we should do? We should ask Mooch if one of the Tuesdays we can do, on the last one, maybe we can just do a me and you preview and get someone.
yeah, big time. Tell everyone to come to that.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, he's not going to like that. All the other comedians looking for spots.
Yeah.
Mate, can I get on tonight? Would love to, but we're absolutely stacked on the bill. There's me, there's Tom, and that's it.
We'll do 20-minute Elves and Woods special.
Mid-afternoon madness.
Yeah, bring back the mid-afternoon madness.
But the thing is like, yeah, would you want it? It's not exactly the best time for a preview in December when everyone's getting absolutely sessioned. It's not.
I just think we do it as like a sort of fun gig and just try and run it as like a
Yeah.
so many people.
Could work well. Well, we'll ask Mooch about that and watch him go. Yeah, no.
Absolutely not.
But Voxel Comedy Club is in Voxel. You can check it out at Voxel Comedy Club. We run the Tuesday nights there. It's great every night, but especially the Tuesdays. So come down on the Tuesdays. You get it's for £7.50. You get a meal and a drink, and then and the ticket and entry. So you get £7.50 gets you entry, drink, and meal. So calm down, get your tickets, Voxel Comedy Club. Just look up Voxel Comedy Club. Actually, we can put a link in the podcast to Voxel Comedy Club. But yeah,
there is a good chance that we'll be the only comedy club open. Almost 100%, because I don't think any other ones do food, and I don't think the store's going to open at such little capacity. I don't know what Top Secret. Actually, I guess Top Secret definitely are opening. I don't know how they're getting around the food thing.
Everyone you have to come in with a sandwich. Yeah, you come in with a Tesco meal deal.
But yeah, we'll probably be one of the very few comedy clubs open throughout December in the country.
But is that the rules? Is that the rules though? I want to know. Is that the rules that you have to buy a meal with your drinks, or is it just the place have to serve meals generally?
I don't know. They haven't really clarified. I would have thought it's just serve meals.
I think it's that as well, yeah. But as you say, a lot of comedy clubs don't do that. They just do drinks.
I would say almost all.
Yeah. So. No one's going down to the comedy club for a roast.
Fine dining. No one goes.
Yeah. It's like, oh, they got a great rack of ribs. Comedy's not bad either.
Do you want to go to Nobu this evening? No, thank you. I know where I'll be going. No, thank you. Anniversary, I'll be going to the comedy club for their pizzas.
Exactly. But that's it. So we'll be back for 3 weeks. So calm down. On Tuesdays, you can see the Ali was experience with Tom Elwes. As the podcast will be called by then. But yeah, this tiering stuff, Tom. Should we get onto it? The news.
Oh yeah. Oh, just quickly as well before we get onto the news. Patreon, ladies and gentlemen, please subscribe to our Patreon. You can get a new episode every single week of just me and Ali talking the breeze.
Yeah, that drops on Tuesdays.
That drops out every Tuesday. Please sign up to our Patreon. It's only just £5 a month, and it really makes a big difference to us in this time. Okay. Yep. Yes.
Literally $5, not even £5. $5. So it's even less. It's even less. It's like £1 a week to get a free episode. Well, it's not free then because you paid, but that's how it works. Pay $5 and you get a free episode. But support us. Also, support us generally. If you're enjoying our stuff, then $5 a month to support us and our work and to continue doing that and to create more stuff that we can spend more time on rather than hurriedly doing it after I finish my day at work.
I'm going to start doing what other comedians have been doing, which is just putting their PayPals on their Instagram and just see if anyone wants to give you a little Christmas bonus.
Chuck it in. They might do. They might well do. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Loads of people have been doing it. Loads of American comics do it as well. Just like if you want to donate for Christmas, like.
Wow, bloody hell. Fair enough though. I got 50 quid off ASOS.
What?
They want to use one of my videos, and I was like, is this okay? Can we have your permission? We'll credit you. I was like, yeah, sure. It's ASOS Men. And I was like, and if you want to send any free garms my way, I won't disagree with that. And they were like,
that is nonsense. You should have made them pay you a lot of money to use your video.
No, I'd rather just get it out there. At this point, I'd rather just get it out there. It's a 14-second video. It's not like it's my body of work. Yeah. So they just gave me a 50 quid voucher. I was like, all right, safe. I mean, I don't think they're using it in any sort of widespread campaign. It's literally just, I think they're going to post it on their story.
What you're going to do is you're going to buy like your whole family, just like, £10 each.
Socks.
Yeah, nailed it. Christmas.
And then one for me as well. Yeah. It's one of them ones where like, I buy myself like a 30 quid hoodie and then spend 20 quid on the 3 remaining members of my family.
A pack of DVDs, but I have split them up so you get one each. That's
yeah, exactly.
Steven Seagal box set.
And yeah. And then what's great is at Christmas, we can all bring the DVDs back together, watch them as a set.
Yeah.
Thinking ahead. And then I'm there in like a new bomber jacket.
Nightmare at DVDs. You can't give DVDs as a gift.
Mate, my dad... Every year, bruv. DVD, comedy, or a film, even some music ones. Fucking loved them. Gary T.
Anchorman 2. You love Anchorman 2.
Yeah, here he goes. And now nothing. To be fair, I still pay for the family Netflix. So that's my ongoing
To be fair, that's
credit.
Probably one of the most used items over this year. So fair play.
Yeah, bruv. It's good, man.
All right, on to the news, ladies and gentlemen. And it's tier time. Shed one, depending on where you are in the country. Actually, shed one for pretty much everywhere except, where is it? Like St. Ives?
Cornwall. Tier 1. Bastards.
You bastards.
Shocker. Also, sad for Manchester, who's got a lower R rate than London. But Boris Johnson bloody loves London, so they're like, well, the Manx can be in tier 3, and then
They'll
we'll
be
be in tier
fine.
1.
They've got no industry up there. What's up there? No.
Yeah, I was actually talking to a guy from Manchester yesterday, and like obviously a lot of them are infuriated on social media, it seems, and he was just like, "It doesn't matter to us. Never leave your house anyway." He sounded very sincere.
Yeah, very, very depressed man. Just like, well, I got PS5. I don't need to go anywhere.
Yeah, exactly. Who am I seeing? Wife's left.
That reminds you. You ever seen that viral clip of Airport? You know, the old.
Yes,
There's a guy with
brilliant.
and they're all stuck at the airport. They're interviewing people who are stuck at the airport. He's just like, well, I don't mind because my wife's left me for another man, so I'm going to sit here and drink my pints.
So good, so good. And the way he is as well, he's like he's sort of really jovial, but to the point where you're like, are you actually deranged? Like, is this you not dealing with it? He's sitting there with a Guinness. Exactly. Wife's left for another man. And then he says like something like, Tom Jenkins. Sorry, misspoke. Exactly. Yeah. So I'm going to sit here, drink my pint.
Drink my pint. Yeah, just so good. So good. If you haven't seen that, ladies and gentlemen, we'll post that clip on the ADIF Instagram channel, so you can check it out because it is.
Yes, and we do say that a lot in our podcast. We'll post something on the channel.
But we actually are going to.
But we actually will. We probably won't, but we actually will. No, we actually will this one. We can find it. I'll find it. It's all right.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're in tier 2, Tom.
Tier 2.
Go down to the pub for a big fish and chips and a half pint of cider.
Yeah, it'd be interesting if you do have to order food with every order. I imagine pubs will just get creative and they'll just start dishing out like one slice of pizza per pint or something. Like
substantial.
Come on, everyone gets a tic tac with their pint.
Everyone take one only.
Don't take the piss. Come on.
They just drop it. They drop an OXO cube in your pint. Like, that works.
Bit of Bovril. Yes.
Yeah. You have to have a half pint of gravy for every pint of lager you have. That's how it's going to work.
Distribution.
So I think that it is just that the pub has to cater as a restaurant. So it has to be able to serve lunch and dinner, but you don't have to go and get lunch and dinner to have a pint with your mates or with your housemates. Sorry, I misspoke there. Oops, Tom Jenkins. Your housemates. I will be going with
your bubble.
My bubble. My social media bubble. I've been telling it to people, I loved your observation of 4 bald blokes with wedding rings on going to sit down at a pub. Yeah. What house is this then?
We all just live together, innit? Yeah.
But yeah, tier 2 for us. So we'll see. I've enjoyed the memes, people coming out of lockdown and being in tier 3, and you're just like, it's just the same, but you can go to the shop.
Yeah. You can't wait in tier 3. Like, are shops still open? Like clothes stores. And
shops are open. I believe so.
Like they're just doing anything to save. That's just economy.
They want people to spend money in it. They want people to spend money. But shopping is a thing that you do on your own, solo, because you have to buy stuff. That's why that's how they're going to operate it.
Is that how you go shopping? I'm pretty militant with my shopping. I'm in and out, like boom boom.
I mean, to be fair, but I think we're a bit basic blokes. I hate shopping when I don't know what I want.
You don't do it by yourself. Your mum does it with you.
I don't know. I don't go with my mum. My mum shops for me. My mum will come and go, I bought you some new jeans because I think you needed them. And I'll go, thanks, mum, and take them. And that's how I get all my clothes. These diesel ones with the thing on the back. These
the knees, very trendy.
Yeah, was it NYPD? No, not NYPD. What was it? DKNY. Yeah, ripped with a chain going from my wallet to the clip.
Hip.
That was a look. That's going to come back. That's going to come back. By the way, in like 5 years, Justin Bieber or Harry Styles or whoever's going to do it is going to have a chain. And everyone's going to be like, let's get a chain now.
Chain wallet time. Yeah.
Chain wallet. Yeah. But yeah, tier 3 is really dead. Tier 2, we've got like gyms and restaurants. Stuff are open, and pubs that serve food. So that'll be good because I can't wait to go with my housemates. It's going to be so much fun after lockdown of 4 weeks.
A pleasant time. Sit down.
Yeah, a pleasant time. Or the solo pint. This is what I was saying on my Instagram live. It's a really good. This year's been a really good year for the creepy loner. Table
Yeah.
for one, please.
Huge.
sitting at like a 6-person table just on their own with a pint and the newspaper.
Yeah, I
Love it.
definitely know some absolute losers who have just enjoyed lockdown because it's just like, well, if I'm not going anywhere, none of you are.
Yeah.
Like,
No one's asking them, and no one's asking them to go anywhere. Exactly. They're not being like, "Oh, you've got to come to my party. I'm having drinks. It'll work drinks, but you'll be all right." Like they're all good lads. They're just happy to sit in their rooms. That's it. They're done.
It's been also huge for the broke stoner. That's also a massive, massive time for the broke stoner. Like this has been massive. Just what we're doing, just watching films and getting high.
Yeah, I've been
Perfect.
training for this my whole life.
Yeah.
My mate that I was talking to him, and he said like it was a real indictment of my personality that in that first lockdown when they were announcing it, I was like, shit, I hope I've got enough weed. That was like my first, like, that was his first sort of like, you know, that necessities where everyone was going out getting toilet roll and canned goods. And he was like, I hope I've got enough reefer to make.
You better come around.
You better come around now, mate. No, I don't care. I'll pay double. Like that was the thing that's going to get him through. But yeah, it's a good time. It's a good time for those sort of people. Not a good time for shops. Did you see Arcadia? News just broke that Arcadia's fucked. The thing that owns Topshop.
Oh, really?
And Dorothy Perkins and all that.
I don't want to lose their jobs, but I can't say that I'm a huge fan of Philip Green. So
he's a twat. Yeah, you want him to lose his job. You want his money to basically go to those other people
and save all the people's jobs. Wouldn't that be good? If that's the way
they're saying 13,000 people could be out of a job, which is a lot.
So many things are going under. It's going to be crazy. Like you'll be.
Yeah,
so
it's difficult. I honestly feel for these people, man. And it's not their fault as well. Like it's these companies that fail to modernize. They haven't.
Shout out Arcadia actually, because one summer I actually worked in the head office of Top Man. I don't really know what I did. I mainly stood in the corner and they pinned close to me. But like, yeah, shout out them when I was like 16. And like, they were a really nice, good place to work.
So you were a model for the office. That's how good looking you were. No, do you want to be a model in the back office?
Oh, great gig though. Honestly, I just stood in the corner. They just pinned clothes. Like that's it, and that was it.
What, all day?
Most of it, yeah. I had to do some other weird bitch work stuff, but pretty much.
Wow. Okay, fair play. Never had that. I would go down to the sun cream factory. They just test. They test me against a UV light. We're trialing the new Factor 100. It's burning.
Oil, and they're like, he's still burning through this. Like it's just
exactly. Yeah. It's called the baked potato effect.
Yeah. We've literally put a cement wall between him, and it's just somehow.
And it's still he's red. I don't know how this is. You put your hand on him, leaves a handprint. Still, yeah. I don't know what's going on. He's literally burning in shade.
Yeah. What? But yeah, that's really depressing, man. That's
it's tough. Honestly, I actually do feel as you say, you hate a lot of these people who run the things. Same with Weatherspoons. Like I don't like the person in charge, Tim Martin. I don't like Sir Philip Green. But it's sad for a lot of people who just that's their job, that's their livelihood. And bless up. I hope you're able to find something else, man.
Yeah. Man, yeah, seriously, all those people are going to be out of the job. But like, where do people all go? That's the issue. Like, I just don't know. There weren't enough jobs to go around before. And
look, mate,
retrain.
No one's
forgot that. Sorry, I forgot.
Yeah, train in cyber. You got to train in cyber, lad. They're all going to be cybers.
Yeah, cyber.
There's jobs going. There's jobs going in cyber, lads.
Yeah.
They'd be like, look, I know you've been pulling pints for 10 years. But have you ever used a keyboard?
Yeah, think about it. You know? Yeah, you're a shop manager, but be a virtual shop manager. That's what you need.
Virtual shop manager. Mate, you got the skill. You just need the cyber. More cyber. Yeah. Also, by the way, Tom, no one's coming to us for advice in how to make money in their careers. Okay, that's not. We're literally desperate for people to spend $5 a month.
You just give away your content for 50 quid vouchers. So.
Can you not live off that? Live off the ASOS Men catalogue. What's wrong with people nowadays? So greedy.
Oh, awful.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how to make money. I do sort of just want my stuff out there, but then there'll be, I'm sure, hopefully there will be a day when a guy or it's just like, look, mate, you could be making $1 zillion if you charge people, and I'll still be like, nah, fuck 'em.
I just want them to love me. Yeah.
I just want their approval and their DMs
Yeah.
saying, like the earlier stuff, this is shit.
You fell off. Do more of the ginger stuff. Come on. Yeah. Okay.
I haven't actually done a ginger one yet, but I will. But yeah, it sucks for Arcadia. Sorry to hear that. But we hope, and whatever tier you're in, the good news is you can still listen to podcasts. That's not illegal, is it? That's not illegal. You got old Ali and Tom in your ears. Doesn't matter what tier 1, 2, 3, or 4.
I like to think that people get pretty lit listening to these podcasts. Sort of have
Having a party.
Podcast party. DJs playing at the party, and they're like, sorry, can you just jack on this sweet podcast? Like,
yeah. I've got a song for you. Click. the thing comes in.
All I do is fail. Just like, people like, and then it just cuts into hello, welcome to
hello and welcome. Hello and welcome to All I Do Is sit in a DJ booth playing out to some youths, and they're like, fucking yeah. Yeah, I imagine.
Maybe that's the future. We need to get a festival going of podcasts.
Imagine that's God Almighty. Do you know what? There probably is. There is a podcast festival. I'm sure there is. You just ain't getting invited yet. But soon one day though. But that's the good news about tiering system. You can still listen to podcasts. So thank you very much for listening, and keep getting litty.
Yeah. That's not I don't want that to be our catch. Keep getting.
That's litty. Our catchphrase, isn't it? We've had that for years. No. Keep getting litty.
That is not litty.
Huh? No, I thought we agreed on that ages ago. Was that just me? I literally hashtag that. I literally hashtag that on all our posts.
That's depressing me. Okay.
Well, let's just keep getting litty. Move on.
Okay. Well, other quick bit of news before we move on to FailMail is that Donald Trump is actually slowly but surely giving up the presidency. I love it. It's like every conference he does, he's like, yeah, I obviously will start the transfer of power, but the fight's not over and I'm not leaving. Fuck you. And it's just like, he's doing it, but all his words would indicate he's not, but he's physically doing it, which is quite interesting.
Yeah, he won't go down without a fight. I liked him. We had some press conference where he showed, I've only seen the meme version of this. I don't know what he showed, but he showed a clip of something, a dubious, but he that's awful, innit? I've only seen the meme version of this, but someone had put it up, so it was like the clip of him dancing with the cat nodding along. Anyway, the guy playing drums,
like you so good.
Yeah, literally, yeah. But he signs off before he shows the clip, where he's like, "Okay, we're gonna have this. Before we have this, we're gonna show you something, and then you can ask your questions, and I'm gonna ask you some questions because you're guilty, but that's not now." He just accuses a load of journalists. You're guilty, but not now. Yeah. But yeah, he's gonna leave. I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait. I think it's really showcasing how sad a man he is. He's got that sort of really loser stepdad vibes about him right now, where he's there being like, yeah, but kids don't want me to leave, do they? And the kids are like, bye, dad.
Leave now, get out.
Yeah,
he's off, and it's a good thing. It is a positive that he is off. But the way in which he's doing, I just find it so weird to like all your physical actions. It's sort of like shaking your head when agreeing with someone. Like he's just kind of, all his physical actions are, yes, he's going to do it, but like his words are just like, no, I'm not going anywhere. You can't make me. It's just bizarre.
Yeah. That's it. But he's a classic of saying one thing, doing another. I mean, but his time's over. That's great. I can't wait for him to be more irrelevant than he already is becoming. And I'm looking forward to the next chapter of America. Hey, bro, I'm telling you, 2021. Yeah, Sleepy Joe on the job.
Sleepy Joe.
Yeah. Can't wait. 2021 is going to be a banging year. Trust me. You see, Chris Whitty said that restrictions should be over by Easter. It's good times.
I'm a hope.
2021 is going to be banging. Year 2021, brother. Back at the Fringe. I know you can't wait.
I'm not going back to the Fringe this year. I'm planning for 2022. I haven't even announced it yet that it's even going to go ahead.
Nah, they're not saying anything, bro.
They're not
But
saying
you
anything.
know, we'll see. But I'm looking at 2021. Honestly, it's going to be a sick year.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be oh yeah.
It's going to be, bruv, summer next year is going to be like exam results for everyone. That's the vibe. Everyone's going to be celebrating. Do you imagine the chaos? Can you imagine the chaos when you get through that first BBC News alert, which says PM to announce new alleviating of restrictions, bars and clubs to be open till after midnight? It's gonna be bonkers, man. Everyone's gonna be like, it's gonna be like New Year's times 10. Everyone's like, book now, get the like, what are you doing? Like, come to. Everyone's gonna have a different party. But it's gonna be sick. It's gonna be chaos on the streets, and I can't wait. I'm gonna be right there, being like, Ali was gigs. Are you following me? Ali was gigs.
Guys, can you actually
Yeah.
go back inside? Because I've actually got some pretty sweet memes you need to look at.
Yeah, I'll be there with my projector, just playing my videos out on the wall of Infernos in Clapham.
Guys, I know you all want to go out and everything, but come on, let's have a look at this.
Let's there's good stuff inside as well. Remember? Do you remember how much fun we had in November? Let's get back to it.
Yeah, if
But yeah,
all goes well and we're allowed to, and we don't go to the Fringe, Tom Ells and Ali Woods, we're going on tour, guys. We're doing Kettering.
we talked about Kettering, Bracknell.
We're doing it all. We're doing
Slough.
on the road again. The last.
The big venues.
Yeah, the big time tour.
The Arts Depot in Whipley upon Shore.
Yeah.
60-seater.
Crawley Town.
Crawley.
Town.
Just outside Crawley.
Yeah, it is. Guys.
Yeah.
80 seaters. Come on.
Yeah. It's gonna be the Tears for Jeers tour. It's just us. Yeah. Tom Elwes and Ali Woods. The big guns.
All out on tour.
Can't wait. Yeah. Bruv, we will have a tour at some point. Whether it be the podcast, us on our own or whatever, and I can't wait to see the sad individuals that come down to that tour. I already said my incel crowd.
Can you not? And
the incel crowd, bruv. I can't wait to meet you guys more. It's gonna be great.
More single tickets than anyone.
I will have a limit of one. You can only buy one at a time. I don't want any pairs coming.
That's perfect.
No groups. No date nights. No family. No, just
solo people meeting other solo people talking about their hatred of the patriarchy of women and how the patriarchy is actually okay and misunderstood.
Patriarchy's got us so far, hasn't it? I want them to look out at the crowd when I'm about to come on and be like, I thought social distancing was done. Like, no, I like them like this.
Yeah.
Sort of 4 seats between each man.
Yeah. Just sort of a lot of ponytails and vapes. Not much laughter, but a lot of nodding appreciation for clever work.
Yeah, and then one like really aggressive clapping like that at one of the things. Yeah, I can't wait for the show.
Yeah, it's gonna be flamed.
And for the press, I'm gonna call it Muhammad Ali Woods.
Yeah. Don't know if that will go down well with the incel crowd.
Yeah, but you can't catch me. I'm not catering to anyone. That's my vibe.
I'm just all over the shop.
Something to irritate each group.
Yeah, no niche. Right, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to now move on to fail mail. In this week's fail mail, we asked you all to share your worst job interview experiences. You came in again thick and fast with some very entertaining and interesting anecdotes from your job interview experiences. Ali, do you want to kick us off?
Okay. Now, thank you, firstly, everyone who signed in, who sent in their.
It was brilliant. I loved it.
Signed in. What am I like? I'm all over the place. So thank you for that. Firstly, we'll do. I haven't got as many longer ones this time, so we'll do. But I'll do the long ones. I'll do the long ones we have. So I had an interview. That's a good start. Mm-hmm. To be the assistant to someone in the treasury when I was only 18, 19.
Okay.
So pretty high profile.
That's some big stuff. That is, yeah.
As an icebreaker question at the beginning of the interview, they asked, what do you do for your community, which you consider a good thing? Tough question.
Mhm.
Now, this person isn't from the UK. So she says, now I help out every week at a soup kitchen. Brilliant. Lovely.
Mhm.
Unfortunately, during the interview, I forgot the word for soup kitchen. So instead told them, I volunteer at a brothel on the weekends. Broth and soup. I just thought they meant the same thing.
Like
Hence,
great sheets, just check there's nothing wrong, just that kind of thing. Just classic
I love that. I
volunteering.
love that. Would you to help your community? I volunteer at a brothel.
Big part of the community.
Hence, brothel just being another way to say soup kitchen. Anyway, after that, there was a very strange line of questioning in which I wasn't sure why they looked so shocked.
Do you guys not help out at brothels ever? You need to calm down. Like, what?
Yeah, we're being so weird about it.
Yeah.
After the interview, I searched the word. Unsurprisingly, I didn't get the job.
I just help out all the dudes in line. That's it. It's not a problem.
Yeah, there's a lot of guys, like guys who don't have anyone. They
Yeah.
come to the brothel,
Yeah,
and I just serve them. I just help them
serve them,
out.
I help them, and I listen. And that's why I'm so popular, 'cause I listen.
They come back every time. And what's great about it, a lot of these guys, they haven't done anything wrong. They just sort of some things haven't worked out. And I feel like when they leave, we have a real connection.
Some of them are drug addicts, but I still help them. I still serve them.
Still help them, you know what I mean? And like, they leave with a smile. It's great. It's I love it. And I love helping the community in that way.
Yeah. Serving my community. Yeah.
I love as well the Britishness of that the interviewers at the Treasury didn't say, sorry, just to confirm, are you saying a brothel as in where they have sex with prostitutes or sex workers, I should say? But they just went, okay, right, okay, well, carry on. Next question. What the hell's going on?
Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay.
Poor brothel person.
I'll do a short one for you, and this is an interview for an estate agent. Okay.
Geezer. So we have the difference in our following. See, mine sort of, female, very very cultured, often traveling. They
don't slag off the L Wizards. They're very cultured.
Tom's is just the geezers who love bumping in Shoreditch House.
Okay, this is a estate agent, right?
Yeah, go for it, estate agent.
She said, it's a short one. So she went for the interview at the estate agent, and the guy interviewing her, the boss, wore cowboy boots. Okay, so
oi, bloody hell!
Halfway through the interview, he turned the lights off, and he said, "I just wanted to see what you look like in the dark."
Jesus Christ! What the hell does he mean by that? What the hell does that mean?
Most of these stories are just like men still being terrible as well. They're never like,
I thought, 100%. Oh, there's a lot of that. I've got a few of those to go through. Yeah, but also, so I love the cowboy boots first. I thought he was going to say they glow in the dark, and he was going to say, "Look at my sweet cowboy boots." No. But no, he's why? What did she say to that? I mean, what can you say? I just want to see what you look like in the dark. Is that basically like, I just want to look like what would happen if you're
during the first
fucking losers, man. That's so bad. Did she say if she got the job or not?
No, she didn't. She didn't take the job, but she said
good.
He and the whole office was so creepy. But can you imagine? Can you imagine that being your interview? Like, what the actual fuck? Like, people are just so deluded.
Yeah, I mean, I'm lucky. I don't get that.
Yeah.
No, I don't get interviews.
Turn the lights off, and they'd still be able to see you perfectly.
Because they can see me super clear. If anything, it's brighter. Jesus, I feel like the other lights when they were on were sort of deflecting, but now it's just you.
Yeah, it's like the moon. You radiate light, like the white of the moon.
Yeah, I've sort of absorbed all that, and now I'm just emitting it back. Yeah, I don't have that problem. But yeah, no, I'm lucky that we're lucky we don't get the creepiness as much from blokes in these sort of situations. I mean, that's just so weird. But it's a shame. Like, I've got a lot of these from people, and yeah, there's loads of them where people are just saying,
blokes are creepy.
Yeah, blokes are creepy. And the weird thing is as well, like the women having to be polite, like not calling it out and not not feeling comfortable enough, that we don't have a culture comfortable enough for people to just be like, you're being really creepy, and to report it.
Like, this is disgusting.
So here's a quick one. At a final face-to-face interview, after 2 phone interviews and 4 video call interviews, I was told at the end of the interview that I wasn't getting the job due to lack of experience, and that I was only invited for the final interview so that I could be told that to my face. The whole process took 2 months. That's good, isn't it? That's such shithousery from the company.
I like the idea as well. Like, just someone in the company just hated you from the first interview and was just like, right, I'm gonna fuck with you.
Yeah. What sort of Jose Mourinho tactics are these? It's like, I'm gonna really make you suffer. Because lack of experience as well, it's not something that could have changed during the interview. Like, if they thought that of her at the start, that would have been the same at the end as well. But they've just clearly gone, nah, fuck it, we'll just chase her around a bit. But that's brutal. That is absolutely brutal.
That is insane to go through that whole. That's a vindictive person. That's someone who really had it out for her from the beginning.
Yeah, allow that. You got another one?
So I was 16. I was going for my first ever job interview. My mum dropped me off about 45 minutes into the very dry interview with the CEO. Right, I hear a knock on the door of the office, and he opened the door, and it was my mum.
What?
My mum was stood there, and she proceeded to introduce herself and be absolutely furious and explain that she had gotten a parking ticket and she wanted to know when we were done, and if we could hurry it up.
That's so good. That's so good as well. Just the mum not being asked.
Yeah. Just be like, for fuck's sake, you gave me a fucking ticket. This is bollocks. Like, she got the job though. So positive.
That's good. Handling under pressure. I like that going from good mum to bad mum super quickly, where it's like driving you there, being like, don't be nervous, okay? You're great, all right? They'll be lucky to have you. Just be yourself. Everyone loves you. And then like half an hour later, being like, have you fucking got this job yet or not? I've just been charged 40 quid.
Sophie, you better fucking get on now.
If I've got this ticket and you ain't got that job, then you're in big trouble, lady. You are in big trouble.
This is coming out your first paycheck. It's coming out your first fucking paycheck.
So I had to do a blue light driving assessment, which I didn't realize what it was until it says the context. But that's ambulance, police, something like that. So they have to do a driving assessment while they're doing the sirens. Mm-hmm. Was told not to take the exit towards the motorway. I did. Then sheer and utter panic was amplified when I then came across a horse box on the motorway.
Bloody hell.
And tried to turn the sirens off, not to startle the horse. It didn't get much better. Got the job.
Nailed it.
Happy ending. There's loads of creepy dudes here.
Yeah, it's quite difficult actually. Just like I'm so sorry to all the women and men who have experienced like creepy men. Funny enough,
creepy men in positions of power.
About creepy women, just all creepy men. I'm really sorry, guys. That's shit. And I apologize.
This is weird in a more fun way. Quick one. The interviewer swiveled his chair around to look out of the window for the whole interview.
You know what that
weirdo.
Reminds me of that episode of Dave, where he's just like, when he's having the interviews with the record labels and he's just like throws stuff off the table. He's like, I just want to set the tone.
I just want to set the tone.
Yeah.
But that is just an idiotic thing.
Absolute power trip shit.
Well, yeah, exactly. Like, what are you just chatting to the back of his head for the whole time? As well, it was for like some sort of office assistant role in a small company.
Profile, just proceed.
Yeah, exactly. Literally. Do you think you have what it takes to work at Renham Industries? Yeah. This I don't know what job this is for. I'm just going to read this verbatim.
Okay.
Old dude and a nun.
Okay.
The old dude yawned every 30 seconds for 40 minutes.
Right.
Should have walked out. That's all we have.
Old dude and a nun. It's got to be a church or something.
It's got to be church. I like this. I like the idea like it's to work at like a leisure centre or something like that.
You got the,
Lawyer.
it's like a comic book. That's a TV show.
Old dude and a nun is such a brilliant sentence. Old dude and a nun. It's like such a great way to start. The CEO was talking about female workers' periods and how bitchy they were each month.
Just so bad. Just like
It's terrible.
just like fucking. That's proper like old school like Ginster's pie and like and you just like just
Yeah, fucking. When they're on the reg, fucking can't get a word in, mate. I'd leave it, to be honest.
bloody
But the thing is, as well, this was a woman. This was a woman, and I don't know about. I assume the CEO was men, but man, it was a woman doing the interview. So it's like, what do you think she's gonna say? Oh, fucking women with their periods. Like, what do you think? You gonna relate to this?
I just can't believe that's like just during the he brought that up. Like it's just insane. Like I don't.
Bonkers. Yeah, exactly. How do you get onto that naturally? Asked if he thought I looked like Mr. Big from Sex. Well, I asked if he thought he looked like Mr. Big from
Oh.
Sex and the City at the end of the interview, and if I thought Mr. Big was attractive.
Yeah, oh god. People actually say I look a bit like. Don't wanna. I'm not saying this, but I've just heard it once or twice.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Do you reckon it's that one? Like, do you reckon I look like anyone famous?
Just
Do you reckon?
thought
And then
about
it's like,
holding up a photo.
do you reckon I look like anyone famous? It's like, they're like Phil Mitchell from EastEnders. No, not him. No, anyone from like a TV show that's American. You know,
Mr. Blobby, come on.
Mr. Blobby. Yeah. This is actually just awful. First time I moved to London, I asked for a receptionist job, and the manager of the hotel told me that I need to find an English boyfriend and learn proper English. Gross.
Just shit. Just so shit.
Turned up a week early for the interview. They invited me into a team meeting. Still had to return. Coming a week early, bro. That is awful.
That's something I would do. Shout out whoever that was. Just quickly before we go, I was going to say, have you ever had a bad job interview or interview experience?
I've got a few more of these, by the way, but I'm lucky that firstly, I'm an absolute delight to be around. So generally, stop making faces. So generally interviews go all right. I got rejected. I got rejected from one job in advertising for being too creative.
You got to roll that back, mate. You got to, we're not really looking for that creative.
Yeah, mate, you just got too many good ideas. That's your problem.
Show us up, mate.
I also.
Okay, we can talk about the horrific time we pitched Adif and got laughed out of the room. That was.
Oh yeah, that was fucking bad. That wasn't a job interview. That was fucking bad, man. Yeah. Oh dear.
A long time ago, when literally not even our mums, just no one listened to this podcast. We once went to pitch this to a company.
We blagged our way in, basically. We blagged our way in. We got a recommendation from someone.
We told them our viewing figures at the time, which were probably in the tens, and oh man, I still think about that and shudder.
No, hey. But he's on my list though. He's on my list because he didn't even email me back. And it's not our fault for wasting their time. We didn't lie to them. We actually were very honest. But I just wanted one email to be like, sorry guys, not going to happen. Good luck. That's all it needs. But didn't even get back to me on that. So he's on my list. And I look forward to the day when he's like, so do you want to produce podcasts? And I'm like, nah, not you. But you're looking at me like, well, we would say yes at that point. Yeah. But no.
I'm looking at you like, Alex, sorry, if a massive company like that to want to produce us, we'll be taking it. Yeah.
Nah, you didn't even email me back.
No, okay.
You didn't email me back.
So basically, to fulfill Ali Woods' dream, you need to get everyone who's listening to this needs to get 5 other people to also listen to this, and then
it's not a pyramid scheme. It's a community.
No, it's a group project. Come
on. I like this one. I went for a handshake and the lady looked down at it and said, "We don't have to do that here."
God, okay.
Got told I looked exotic. I'm mixed race.
Oh yeah. Oh Jesus. Like,
this is proper gross. The interviewer kissed me. And then she says, and I gave up the job, which I suppose means then I said no to the job.
Yeah. Well, like kissed like properly on the mouth. Like,
I don't know. That's all I have.
What the
Gross.
fuck?
I asked the interviewer when she was due. Turns out she wasn't pregnant.
I've got another one. It was a girl. She went for an interview for a marketing agency, and she said that she could use. They asked her if she could use some specific type of software, and she said in the interview, "Yeah, of course, I'm not the R word for a disabled person."
Brilliant. Brilliant.
In front of like 10 members of staff as well, and everyone just looked at her, and she just said the air went out of the room.
Wow. That ain't good, bro. But that's good lesson for her though. Accountability for saying that. That's good. We'll just do one more because this is bear specific.
Okay.
Another enemy for the podcast with David Gork, and then it says brackets MP.
Okay.
They just weren't impressed that I didn't know any junior ministers. So specific. Fuck you, David Gork, and your whole Gork clan.
Yeah, we hate David Gork.
But yeah, I'm lucky. I've not had really any terrible, but I've had ones where I've just clearly not been qualified. I had one in a cafe with two dudes who were just like,
"No way, you qualified, mate."
no, one was just like really irritating guy. Just kept saying, like, what do you mean by that though? Do you think that's gonna work? And I'm like, bro, I'm not even at your company, man. Like, just chill the fuck out. And then they wanted me to do another interview. I was like, nah. Have you had any shockers?
Yeah, definitely sat in rooms and had once for a production house thing, and they were just started asking me questions that I just, when I mean knew nothing about, I mean nothing. They were asking me about budgets for like massive production shoots that I like no clue whatsoever, and I just started to pull figures out of my ass, just like completely made up. And then and I would just sort of like gauge their reaction from the figures that I was saying. So I'd be like, yeah, like costing analysis wise, probably do that for like maybe 7 to 14
100,000.
Just be like, you fucking idiot, you don't know what you're talking about.
You have no idea. Because that's the thing. There's a lot of said to be like, oh, blagging in an interview, but like a lot of places that they know what they're talking about, and if you literally don't know anything about it, then you can't do it. But it's tough. But thank you very much for sharing everyone's interviews there. They were good fun. We'll have another fail mail next week.
Yeah. Remember our Pass It Forward program now, ladies and gentlemen. If you can get one person to listen to this, one person.
Pass It Forward program.
Pass on the sultry tones and me and Mr. Woods.
But genuinely though, if you do enjoy this podcast, there's things you can do. You can give us 5 stars on iTunes. That really helps. And leave a review if you're enjoying it. That really helps as well. And then also, yeah, as Tom says, just like share it or mention to your friends that you're enjoying it or something like that. And if your friends listen to the podcast, then get them on board and we'll get listening. And we did do a live show we're lucky we got that in February this year, I think. And we'll look forward to doing another one of those. So, get on down and we can come meet each other and hang out. I mean, Tom will leave immediately, but I'll hang out.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. This has been All I Do Is Fail. I've been Tom Elwood. You can follow me at all good social media platforms. Ali?
I've been Ali Woods. Ali Woods Gigs. You know where to find me. Thank you very much for supporting the podcast. And I hope you have a great weekend, week, whatever it is.
Yeah. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.